Buckle up, friends. Today we're going to talk about rates for union audiobook projects. I have been seeing a push away from contracting through ACX because, granted, there are a lot of issues involved with using ACX and Audible as a distribution platform in terms of royalties and that sort of thing. However, there are other costs involved that I believe indie authors should be aware of before making that decision, because knowledge is power, and the more knowledge you have, the better you can make decisions that are right for you. A couple of caveats before we get started. These are union minimums. That is the least amount that we are required to charge in order to have the income from our audiobooks count towards healthcare eligibility as well as retirement pension funds. That does not mean that it is what narrators charge. Narrators set their own rates, and they can charge above that, and that is their prerogative. These are the minimums to qualify. Second caveat, this is for indie projects that are not done through other signatory companies. So if there's a production company that is a union signatory, they have their own rates. Those are all antitrust laws. I cannot discuss those rates. I don't have access to those rates. So these are all publicly available rates on acx.com, skywirepaymaster.com, and elginproductions.com paymasters. All of the info is there. It is available for you to go look at for yourself. Let's begin. ACX, or Amazon or Audible, whatever, is in fact a signatory of SAG-AFTRA, the union for actors and voiceover artists, and they have minimum rates in place for us to convert our project to union, count towards healthcare. These minimums are either $250 per finished hour or $100 per finished hour plus royalty share. This is the royalty share plus agreement. Those rates are all in. That means that the percentage that is charged or that is contributed to the union is included in that rate, as well as the paymaster fee, not on top of it. Now, narrators can work that into their rate. They can add it. That's negotiable with the rights holder, but those are the minimums. You may have seen something about pay bumps for dual, duet, multicast narrations. These are flat fees paid to the narrators involved. $100 for dual, $200 for duet. These are not required on ACX. The agreement with ACX does not require these extra pay bumps. However, if your contracted narrator is converting this to union, they are going through a paymaster like Skywire or Elgin, all narrators on a project must do this. So all of those minimums apply. That means that if someone is charging you $250, the other narrator can't charge you $190. Or whatever. They must be at that minimum rate for a fully produced audiobook. Narrators, don't worry, this does not trigger a must-join status with the union, but you still do have to go through it. There still has to be contributions for the project to count, because the project is what is union, not the narrators. Now it's going to get complicated. For any contracts negotiated between a rights holder and a narrator that are off-platform, that are not contracted through ACX, but a separate contract, email, have a contract written out, please. The rates are higher. The minimum rates for 2024 for a raw punch and roll file is $260 per finished hour, plus 14%, this is the contribution to the retirement, plus a paymaster fee. For fully produced audio, engineered, mastered, ready to go, the minimum is $300 per finished hour, plus 14%, plus the paymaster fee. And if there is more than one narrator, there are pay bumps. Dual is a $100 flat fee to each collaborator. Duet is a $200 flat fee to each narrator because of dialogue assembly. Now, if dialogue is being assembled, then that means they've recorded separately and an engineer is putting it together. That's what those are for. And we charge for our part, including wild lines. Chapters in our POV and wild lines are what we charge for, not the whole book. Can be different for synchronous recording, but dialogue assembly is what that $200 covers. Okay, these rates are going up in 2025. And if you contract in 2024, but the book is not done until 2025, the new rates apply. So be aware of that when you are setting deadlines. The new rates for off-platform for 2025 are $270.40 per finished hour, plus the paymaster fee, plus 14% for raw. Fully produced, $325 per finished hour, plus 14%, plus the paymaster fee for full production. All pay bumps are remaining the same. But again, those are minimums. All of this information to say that it is cheaper based on union agreements to go through ACX. Now, whether or not the pros outweigh the cons in terms of royalties and stuff, that is for you, the rights holder, to decide. Again, narrators can charge what they want. There's no global rule 1 for audiobooks, so a union narrator can still do non-union work and not convert the project and not charge those minimums. But they are well within their rights to do so. And let me say it again, those are the minimums. People are welcome to charge more. Those are the minimums. But now you as the rights holder have the information, more information, to research, budget accordingly, pick your narrators accordingly, pick your platforms accordingly, and just always be aware of the options presented to you. Go check out the websites I mentioned if you need more information, and as always, my DMs are open if you have questions. I hope that was helpful. I know it was a lot. If you would prefer to see it all written out, I did post it on Threads, and you can check it there. So thanks, bye.